This is CBS News Bay Area with Juliette Goodrich.
And good evening. Let's lead with this. Fed up and living in fear, Oakland residents have packed a community meeting in Montclair, in person and also online, to air their frustrations over an explosion in crime we've been telling you about each day. And they're demanding answers on what's being done about it. Police and city officials are there right now. But it's Alameda County District Attorney Pamela Price who is expected to bear the brunt of the questioning over a justice system many critics view as a revolving door. Ann Makovic joining me now, and this all comes as police announced some arrests of a series of brazen carjackings around the city. Ann?
Yeah, and this meeting got a late start, but right now Price is giving a presentation on criminal justice in general. She just took her first question. It was a man asking about preventing crime, and there will be plenty of questions to come, including about incidents like this one in the Oakland Hills last week. We first showed you this video yesterday. This driver's dash cam was rolling as the car in front of her suddenly stopped. Here's what happened next.
No.
Now, luckily, she had the wherewithal to hit the gas. She was able to get out unscathed, physically at least. Police announced today they made 3 arrests in connection with a series of armed carjackings, including this one. They say the 2 men and 1 juvenile are linked to multiple carjackings across 5 neighborhoods. Officers have reported a 24% jump in carjackings from this year compared to 2 years ago. And the police union says they are arresting the same people over and over. So the Alameda County DA has been criticized on being soft on crime allegations she is facing at that public safety meeting tonight. Our Andrea Nakano is in that meeting right now. She's going to have a full report at 11 o'clock. But earlier today, we asked Oakland's mayor to address those crime concerns.
And we've returned our motorcycle units to the streets so that we can do more to address this type of crime. Not just that, but as you saw, it was an undercover unit that was out there. It was my burglary suppression team that was out there. As residents and as businesses in this moment in time, I do want to say, please be vigilant and aware of your surroundings.
The city of Oakland is considering license plate reading cameras like Berkeley just approved, but it does beg the question, if the car that some of these guys are using are stolen, how much will that even help?
Yeah, absolutely. We'll follow this tonight. All right, Ann, thank you. One of the latest victims of the gun violence in Oakland hasn't even been born yet. A woman 9 months pregnant is recovering from a gunshot wound to the chest tonight. So what happened is the car she was riding in was sprayed with bullets near 77th and International last night. No word on what led up to that or whether police have any suspects. The woman and her unborn baby are both stable and are expected to be okay. Well, police in Hayward have opened up a hate crime case against a man accused of slapping an elderly woman to the ground, and it was all caught on surveillance video. Also, here's a warning. It may be tough to watch. Now, police say the man walked up to the woman outside a grocery store on Friday and attacked her without warning. She was so startled she fell to the ground, you can see there, striking the concrete curb. So the man was arrested later that day, not far from the store. He's now facing elder abuse and hate crime charges, and the victim is recovering. An arrest tonight in a series of break-ins targeting South Bay smoke shops. Jose Cabellos is suspected in at least 8 of the 10 smash and grabs investigators are looking into. Our Jose Martinez reports the crimes all followed a very familiar pattern, right down to the vehicles used to break down those doors.
Take a look at these cars smashing into San Jose businesses in the middle of the night. It didn't happen just once. It happened multiple times over the last few months. It's a recurring nightmare for business owners like Arturo Gutierrez. Arturo tells me they always break the windows, the doors. They have broken into the restaurant and stolen the safe, dragging it away. He owns Burrito Factory, a restaurant he opened 33 years ago. He says it has been broken into at least 4 times over the last few years. He says here they hit the door, but this material is solid and they couldn't knock it down. He got lucky this time, but his restaurant is located just a few steps away from SF Smoke Shop. Take a look at what's left of the doors. They were broken into Monday night.
And in this trend, they were using stolen either Kia type model vehicles or Hyundai model vehicles They were using stolen vehicles to ram the facade of the building, causing extreme damage to the structure and to the actual facade of the building. They would then use that entry point to make entry inside of those businesses and proceed to steal merchandise and paraphernalia and anything that they could find inside of those businesses.
A nightmare that costs money. Arturo tells me he will need at least $1,500 to replace this door. He says it's very tough because you start to think that these damages cost you a day of work, of sales, like with this door, but there are times when bigger damages cost you a week or more of sales, and it's difficult because it brings you under pressure. But well, nope, we keep moving forward. And Arturo tells me he's not going anywhere, but he wants to see more police officers patrolling this area.
As for why Kias and Hyundais are being used, they're apparently quite easy to steal because they lack electronic immobilizers. In fact, back in April, California Attorney General Rob Bonta said more than a dozen of his counterparts were calling for a recall. But the Fed said the problem doesn't meet the criteria for that. Instead, the automakers agreed to a $200 million settlement with owners whose cars were stolen or damaged by thieves. The city of Santa Rosa is getting pretty creative to crack down on illegal sideshows. They're actually suing more than a dozen promoters for polluting. The suit claims tire crumbs shredded off by reckless driving are polluting waterways. Under the state Fish and Game Code, it's illegal to deposit any petroleum where it can end up in a waterway.
Really did a lot of destruction to the streets of Santa Rosa, including some of the environmental concerns. And it's just one more tool that we're using to show not here in the city of Santa Rosa, we will not tolerate it.
Santa Rosa is also suing the 13 promoters for blocking streets and intersections to prevent police from approaching.
This is the Volkswagen Red and Gold Report.
And everyone hopes the Niners finish first this season, right? Right now, it is all about getting things started. So Matt's here to tell us about what's happening this week. First things first.
That's right, Julia. Definitely a week of first for the 49ers. First day of training camp was on Tuesday. Wednesday, the official first practice. And then today, the first time that Brock Purdy led the offense since the NFC Championship.
Yeah, toss and turn, just with excitement, but slept good.
It was like Christmas morning for Purdy, the chance to be with his team at practice for the very first time since undergoing that elbow surgery. And as you can imagine, there was definitely some rust, but Purdy didn't shy away from that. Ultimately, he's just happy to be focused on the football.
I've worked up to get to this point to where my arm doesn't hurt or anything like that. Yeah, from throwing and stuff, any quarterback would tell you, hey, I'm going to go ice my arm or do whatever with my arm and do treatment on it. It's not like killing or anything, you know, I'm not going to practice tomorrow or this or that. My arm feels great.
The 49ers are used to being the main attraction at Levi's Stadium. Definitely not the case the next 2 days. They're taking a back seat. T-Swizzle, the one and only Taylor Swift. While we all know a few people going to this concert, I do know that Niners defensive coordinator Steve Wilks will not be going.
My wife was pretty upset because she's back in North Carolina right now. So she was pretty upset at the mere fact that she wasn't going to be able to go to the concert. So she thought about flying out here, and yeah, so I'm not a real big fan, but she was definitely upset about it.
I hope the Swifties don't get wind that Steve Wilks is not a fan of Taylor Swift. That's a dangerous place that you want to be, not being a fan of Taylor Swift. But I'm laughing thinking about him like watching game footage and then like the concerts going on right next door. He's just hearing it all.
I can't even believe that's the topic of conversation at one of these Q&A things that you guys go
these
to,
serious
right?
Press conferences, and it's like, will you be attending, Taylor?
My wife says. It's just so serious. Anyway,
So good.
Great content. Thank you so much. Taylor Swift will be taking the stage in Santa Clara right around this time tomorrow, but the long lines at Levi's actually started really early this morning. Some fans showing up at midnight to be first in line for the official merch. There's one hot item people have their eyes on. It's a blue crew neck, and by early afternoon, this merch truck really had already run out of all the sizes. So the sweatshirt retails for $65 at the truck, but it's already selling for up to $250 on eBay.
I would definitely get the verified. It just, I don't know, feels more real sort of thing. I mean, they're out here, the bootlegs too, but if I can get verified, I would definitely go there first.
These merchandise sales are playing a big role in the estimated $5 billion the Eras Tour is pumping back into the U.S. economy. It's already topped the charts as the highest grossing tour of all time. And guess what, fans? It's not even halfway over. All right, stay tuned. Thanks for watching. The news continues streaming on CBS News Bay Area. We'll see you back here at 11 o'clock. Have a great evening. I'll see you back here tomorrow.